Hey, good morning, guys. Thank you for showing up here today with me today and joining me for a yoga practice in my backyard. It's so peaceful. The birds are out chirping. I just love to come out here and have a little practice, and I'm glad that I can share it with you. So let's go ahead and just start standing. So this is your practice. I may be here to facilitate a practice for you, but ultimately this is your practice. So please just be mindful. This is a perfect opportunity. The best way to live our life is truly through being intentional in our thoughts and our actions. And mindfulness is a gift. So it draws us into the present moment. And our practice is a wonderful tool for us to energetically engage into the present moment. It's a playful dance on our mats with our body, with our mind, and our spirit. As we commune with God in this energetic motion, this little dance that we do, we release things in our body. We let things go that don't serve us. We find peace and equanimity. We awaken to feeling joy within us. And in this space, we can just release, let go. It's the process. So in this state, maybe we just come here and as the observer, we can show up, we can observe, we can decide, and we can participate. So let's go ahead and today start standing. I think you probably may notice in my videos I like to start standing because this is a grounding posture. This is mountain pose. As we stand in our mountain pose, we can really get ourselves connected. So let's just stand, really spread your toes wide, lift onto your toes and back onto your heels. Just rock back and forth. It's just really about feeling that connection, waking up your feet. Our feet carry us throughout our day. And then just go ahead and roll out to the knife edge. Press out, feels really good to your ankles. And then press in, maybe knock your knees in, and just kind of move back and forth. And just go ahead as you lift those toes, spread them wide, set a firm foundation with the four corners of your feet, the balls of your feet, the heels of your feet, and just press in. And then energetically move the energy up, pull the kneecaps up. You're going to engage the body, you're going to draw the navel in. And as you move up through the body, just draw your shoulders down. Close your eyes. And just feel your present moment awareness. You think, well, how do I do that? Because your mind's chattering in 1,000 different directions as you stand here. Focus on our breathing. Just bringing your attention to the breath, just feeling the rise and fall of the chest as you breathe. Just kind of be the observer without judgment, without control. And then now take a big inhale through your nose and a big exhale through your mouth. And so allow yourself as the observer, just to kind of sit outside yourself here for a moment and just view yourself, how your posture. Notice if you start to slouch down, if you're really drawn back, you're standing erect and tall. Notice the sensations through the body. Without judgment, notice any thoughts or feelings you may have. And then just focus on our breath. So we're going to breathe and inhale. And then exhale through your mouth. Then again, a big inhale. Then exhale through your mouth. And one more big inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. And then find your nostril breathing. Just coming to in through our nose and out through our nose and feeling that current of breath flowing through. Maybe take an inhale for a 4 count or a 6 count or an 8 count. And then measure it on the exhale, the same. Being rhythmic and deep in our breathing. Instead of just really puffing up, feel the expansion. So really breathe into the lower portions of your lungs. Maybe take your fingers right now and tap your lungs. Just take those fingertips, tap around. Just break up anything in there. You give yourself a massage in those lungs. Being intentional right here. Because we're intentional through our mindfulness, we draw more energy in. It's that state of awareness. Where we focus our energy and our attention, our energy goes. Just be intentional right here to feel healing, to feel optimal wealth, to feel radiant. feel whole. And go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. I'm using mudras. Mudras are hand gestures, and they connect the mind and body together with beautiful tools that we have. And we are really going to work on cultivating practice through mindfulness of letting go. We gotta let go, relinquish what no longer serves us. So this is a hand mudra. You can see it's basically just letting your fingers make a little steeple, crisscrossing the thumbs, fingers come tall, and this is our mudra for our practice today. So as we stand nice and tall, and with a hand mudra, hand gesture of letting go, it just signals into the body, into the mind, that connection to that intention. So as we stand here today, standing nice and tall, just letting go of what no longer serves us through our practice so we can find peace within, knowing that the world that we control is our internal world. So feeling peace there, radiating love, being encompassed in our joy. And then go ahead and lift the arms all the way up, lengthen, reach up towards the heavens, reach up to the spine, exhale, fold. Bend in your knees, shake your head side to side. Maybe heel to your feet apart. Lift through your tailbone, lift up halfway, lengthen. Maybe place your hands on your knees if you need to. Lift up and then exhale, fold. Again, shake your head. Begin to bend into your knees and find some movement. Just kind of sway side to side. Breaking up that energy as we just move. Find a little dance right here. Be rhythmic. Move into the music within our soul, within nature, feeling that harmony. And then sit or hold it. Heel to those feet back together. Again, lift up halfway. You can place your hands on your shins if you need to. Tabletop that back, then exhale, fold. You're going to step it back, kneeling. Shoulders and wrists will line up. Knees and hips will line up. And you're going to round in your spine. Tuck your chin to your chest. Round it, press it. And release it back to neutral. And then several times, just cat and cow. Arch it back, round it, and then come back to a neutral spine. Exhaling and inhaling. Exhaling and inhaling. A couple more. Breathing in and breathing out through the flow as you warm up that spine. One nice warm supple spine for our practice today. And your last one. And then curl your toes under, arms are long, lift your tailbone to the sky, keep that bend in your knees. As we really grip with our fingers. So our fingers come like a portion of our support system, right? So we really want to find that connectivity. So press those fingertips in, suction cup the knife edge of your hands, maybe pop up the center of your palms. And as you grip with those fingers, elongate those arms, ears and elbows side by side, tailbone to the sky. Knees are bent as his heels are up, as you find that length of your arms and your spine, then slowly begin to press those heels to the mat. And you're going to go ahead and just roll it out to plank pose. If you need to find your knees with a long spine, you can always modify with a long spine. Kickstand those heels back. Shift your weight forward and back. Just kind of rock forward and back. Okay, if you're on those knees, just make that little rocking motion. Maybe make some circles in one direction. Circles other direction. Center, hold it. Walk your feet to the edges of your mat. If you're a long spine or fully extended, we're going to just take our right arm and reach it out and hold it. Hold, hold, hold. So you can have one knee down, or you can have both knees down with a long spine, and then release, switch, and hold it. Again, you can have one knee down, or you can have both knees down, or be fully extended and release it. And then switch, and switch, switch, and switch. Reach, 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 and reach. Keep the neck aligned with your spine. Gaze over the nose edge of your mat. Lengthen, and reach, and reach. 4 more. Reach it out. 3 more, and reach. 2 more. Reach. 1 more. Reach. Hold it. Keep those feet wide. Shift your weight forward. Come all the way down. Feet are wide to the edges of your mat. Reach those fingers out. Lift in your torso, shoulder blades down and back. And just lower down and lift it up. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep those feet glued down to the mat, or to the floor on the outer edges of your mat, I should say. Press it up. Reach up high on those fingertips as you reach and lift. And 4 and 3 and 2 and your last one. Lift it up, hold it, and now staying pressed in, reaching with those fingers, you're gonna lift your thighs, and you're gonna lift and lift and lift and lift and lift, lift. Point those toes, be dynamic, be big in that movement as you lift. Chest lifts, thighs lift, lift. Keep the legs straight as you lift. For 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, 3, 2, last one, and then release it down. And you're gonna lift the arms and the legs up together and lower and lift, 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 lower and lift. 4 more, lower and lift. 3 more, lower and lift. 2 more, and your last one, lift it up, hold it, and then go ahead and bring it forward and lift it, hold it, and lower and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, last one, hold, smile, and then bring your feet down. Hands come down your chest line. Round the shoulder blades down and back. You can stay halfway lift or press all the way into that upward facing dog. Round into your spine, shoulders line up with your wrist, shoulder blades down and back. Drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Bring your chin to your chest. Left ear, left shoulder, and roll side to side. And then lift your neck and hold it nice and long. And then lift your hips downward, facing dog. Pedal your heels, shake your head. Find that movement. And then really just get comfortable in your downward dog. Just hold here for a moment. Holding in this posture. Really feeling the engagement in the body. For the activation in your arms, as you grip them with those fingers, you relax your shoulders down, ears and elbows hang out there together. Zip your knees towards your hips, hips towards your ribs. Finding that breath, getting a little longer, a little deeper, more complete rounds of breathing. So you feel the connection in the present moment awareness. And then begin to walk your hands back. Just walk them back. Have a seat in that little pulse in your thighs. Drop your bottom down, fingertips down. You can't get all the way there, just imagine. Imagery is huge for using our imagination, our creative center. Our minds, our physical essence doesn't know if we're really physically experiencing it. It responds the same way. Just visualize yourself getting stronger, getting deeper, being intentional. And then lift your chest. Hands come prayer. And pulse it in. As we're pulsing into those thighs, keeping that chest lifted, engaging the navel to our spine. But accentuating, pushing our bottom back, maybe lifting your toes. So a lot goes on. Breathe in, breathe out. And then finding that mudra right here for letting go. Bring it at our heart. Sit nice and deep. Roll the pelvis under, reach those arms up and over. Sit nice to your ears and elbows side by side. If you need to have a bend in your arms, you can. If you need to keep those hands at heart center, absolutely do so. If you want to increase that intensity, shoulder blades down and back. Sit deep. Roll that pelvis under, hold and breathe. Just holding here in this posture. This asana, this energetic imprint. So we hold here in this posture, being intentional in our letting go. Staying seated in our truth. Being grounded in love. Being awakened into joy. Feeling peace resonating throughout our entire being. Breathing in and breathing out. Then go ahead and pull your hands to heart. Sit a little deeper. Take a big inhale, lift arms up high to the sky. Exhale, fold. Walk your hands out, plank pose. You are fully extended. If you need to modify onto your knees, you can. If you're kneeling, take one leg, kick it out, and then switch kick, and switch kick. If you are fully extended, lift that leg and kick it, and lift and kick. Lift and kick, lift and kick, and lift. Press into those arms, round into your upper back. Tuck your pelvis under, gaze over the nose, edge of your mat. Keep your neck aligned with your spine. We don't want our butt up in the air. We don't want this. We don't want air holding up through our armpits. We want our shoulders and our wrists holding up here. We want our bottoms tucked and our legs to lift and lift and lift and lift. Hang in there. Lift it. Fully extended or kneeling. For 8. For 7. For 6. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. And your last one, shift your weight forward, elbows tuck in, fully extended or on your knees. Your elbows tuck in. You chaturanga, shoulders and elbows are in alignment. Elbows tucked in. You're fully extended or on those knees. Then flip those toes flat, upward facing dog. Either on your knees or balancing off. Deepen in your bend, press in, round the spine. Smiles on your faces, joy in the heart. Letting go what no longer serves us. Breathing in and breathing out. And then maybe add a push-up or just push straight back to your downward facing dog. Take a breath, honor where you are right here in this moment. Then lift your heels, gaze between your hands. So first attempt to get to the top of our mat. So we're just gonna prep ourselves as we lift those heels, squat into those thighs, and pulse in. Again, suction cup those fingers, grip with those hands. Long arms, long spine, tailbone up. And then you're gonna have 4, 3, 2, sit nice and deep. You're gonna take a big step with one foot to the top. You can take micro baby steps to the top, or you can take a big squat and big step or hop to the top. You're gonna take a big inhale, however you get there, and find your chair, hands prayer. Sit right here in this chair. Shoulder blades down and back. Roll the pelvis under. Little pulses, little pulses. Sit deep, little pulse. Breathe in, breathe out. Sit deep, sit deep, sit deep. You got 4, you got 3, you got 2. Sit, hold. With those arms, lift them up. Drop another inch. Then pull that knee up. Have a seat, then pull the knee. Have a seat, then pull the knee. Have a seat, pull the knee up. Have a seat, pull the knee up. Have a seat, pull the knee up. Have a seat, lift the knee. Have a seat, lift the knee. Find your distri, that focal point to help you balance. Sit deep, lift the knee. Sit deep, lift the knee. Sit deep and lift. You're gonna feel that heart rate elevating. Tie your bodies in motion. Energetically charging the body. And just flowing through the motion. You can pick up the pace if you want, make it a little quicker. You can stay slow. You can move at your pace that challenges you. Step out of the comfort zone. Out of the comfort zone is growth. It's change. It's time to move and groove so we can get zen and fit in harmony with the communion and union with divine essence. Standing tall in our truth, united, enlightened into our bliss. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And your last one. Have a seat. Reach those arms. Hands prayer. Take a big inhale, lift. Coming back to the mudra of letting go. Feet together. Arms are up. Ears and elbows side by side. Hinging, you're going to press your hips towards the left as you hinge over towards the right. Elongate ears and elbows side by side. Gaze up. Feeling the side body stretch. Keep arms as straight as you can. And then lift it up. And then same thing. Right side body lengthens. Push hips out towards the right. As you shift over to the left. Gaze up through your armpit. Lengthen, breathe, arms are straight. Breathe in, breathe out. Then lift it up. Gaze is up, lifting through that heart center. Press those hips forward, ears and elbows side by side. Round in your spine, gaze up. Open up through that heart center. This opportunity to receive as we release. Receive the goodness, receive the bounty of blessings. Feeling that love and peace and joy. Letting go of what no longer serves us, that blocks us from receiving our divine essence of truth. And then go ahead and lift up. Hands come to heart into prayer and gratitude. Being intentional right here and now, feeling with mindful intent 3 things that we are grateful for. Having that awareness of appreciation, thanksgiving. Let's go ahead and lift arms all the way up. Find that length. Exhale, fold. Squat deep, gaze is forward. Tabletop that back, monkey pose, and step it back to downward facing dog. Roll it out to plank. Elbows tuck in, shift your weight forward. Fully extended or on your knees. And Chaturanga, shoulders and elbows line up. Press upward, facing dog. Add that push up back if you choose, or press straight back to downward facing dog. Lift your heels, gaze between your hands, squat into your thighs. Take a big step or hop to the top. Big inhale, lift, find your chair. Big inhale, lift, find your fold. Squat deep, gaze forward, step it back downward, facing dog. Roll it out to plank. Shift your weight forward, elbows tuck in, fully extended or kneeling. Chaturanga, shoulders and elbows line up. Long spine, flip those toes, flatten those feet. Round in your spine, press into those arms. Round, breathe, and then push up if you choose and press away, down dog. Lift your heels, gaze between your hands, squat into your thighs. Take a big step or hop to the top. Take a big inhale, lift, find your chair. Lift, find your fold. Squat deep, gaze forward, step it back. Downward, facing dog. Pull it out to plank. Chaturanga, upward, facing dog. Push away, downward, facing dog. Lift your heels, gaze between your hands, squat into your thighs. Take a big step or hop to the top. Big inhale, lift, find your chair. Lift it up, 1 more, find your fold. Connecting to your senses, feeling them and then withdrawing them as you draw your attention to the present moment. Bring it out, Chaturanga, up dog. Feel the aliveness within our senses and then withdraw them into the here and now. Just be present, feel your essence. Feel the sweetness, the amazing wonderment, what it's offering present moment awareness. Lift your heels, squat those thighs, take a big step or hop to the top. Big inhale, lift, find your chair and hold in your chair. Hold in that chair posture. Sit nice and deep inside chair, roll that pelvis under. And then lift your heels. Find our mudra for letting go. And extend those arms overhead, ears and elbows are side by side. Again, rolling the pelvis under, sit a little deeper. You can come down, sit deep without sitting on your calves. So right at that sweet spot, right above. Press those knees inward, squeezing. Pelvis is tucked. Bandhas, our energetic root locks, are active. They're internal mudras at the pelvic floor, engaging through the sphincters, lifting through the perineum. So we lift that energy upward towards the spine. It goes back to the spinal column. Lifts upwards towards the sternum. Draw our chin in, crown up. Find length. Again, finding that focal point with your eyes, that gaze. Internal gaze helps us balance. And then bring your hands to heart. Find prayer mudra. Heels come down. Sit a little deeper. Take a big inhale with arms all the way high to the sky. Exhale, fold, hold. Drop your bottom down. Monkey your pose. But this time we're going to practice in our crow. So hands come down. Your knees can wrap around the outside of your arms as you shift your weight forward, or they can come up into crane on the inside of your armpits. Wherever you are, if you're in crane on top towards his armpits, you lift one foot, gaze goes forward wherever you are, and you lift. Tailbone lifts, heels lift. If you're on the outside, squeezing, lifting through the psoas, lift a foot, then lift another foot. If you're like, what in the heck am I doing? You don't have to get your feet off. What you can do is engage the body though. So squeeze the arms with those thighs lifting, engaging through those bandhas we just talked about, those 3 energetic locks. Shifting your weight, gaze forward, lift a toe, teeter-totter back and forth. If you're trying now in crane, lifting forward, tailbone high, gazes forward, shifting that weight, trusting yourself, having faith, letting go of expectations, falling on your face if you have to, but don't give up. Don't say no. Just try wherever you are, lifting those heels, maybe go back and forth. And then wherever you are, release it. Lengthen your spine, reach those arms out, press your tailbone back, drop your head, shake it. Then bring those hands, squat deep into your thighs, step back downward, facing dog. Bring it out to plank, go through a little Chaturanga, up dog, push up, down dog. Take your right leg, kick it up, stack your hip. So let your knee dangle, or knee lifts, knee bends, foot dangles behind you. Lift the knee higher, stacking those hips. Breathe in, breathe out. Make big circles. Open it up, big circles. Another direction. Lift that knee, kick it up high, then extend the leg all the way through, drop to your back knee, press those hips forward. Press it in, elongate the back, this side thigh, elongate that back leg, as you press in nice and deep. Then walk those fingertips forward as you sit back nice and deep, tailbone back. Then shift that weight forward. Lift that back foot, drop to that back heel, lift the torso, reach the arms high to the sky, press in, warrior one. Take a big inhale and a big exhale. Get a little deeper, so 12 o'clock. We have this big clock around us, all right? Big toes, right foot, 12 o'clock. Knee and ankle, line up, lunge into it. Again, your stance apart depends on you. So it can be a small stance, it can be a deep stance. But our ankles line up, 12 o'clock big toe, this back foot. Knife edge kisses the floor. That back big toe is about 11:30. Make sure hips aren't turned sideways. Rotate the body towards the front of your mat as you lunge deep. Lengthen the back leg, strengthen the front leg. Finding that zen and fin breath as you feel connected in the present moment. And then you're going to pull that knee up. And you're going to lift it up, hold it, really stand. Anatomical position with those hands, palms press out. Shoulders are down and back. That leg is lifted. Kick that leg out in front of you. Hold it. Then you're going to take the leg, sweep it behind you. Crisscross. Reach those arms up. Right here. Lift it right back up. Stand nice and tall. Lengthen the leg. Kick it out behind in front of you. Then take it, kick it Virabhadrasana. 3, lifting those arms, find chest expansion. Clasp with those hands if you can, or imagine you're squeezing a beach ball. Hold it, then swoop those arms up to the front, step it back, crescent lunge. Hold it. Breathe in, breathe out. Drop that heel down, warrior 1. Let's do that again. Pull that knee up. Anatomical positioning, shoulders are down. Stand tall, stand bold in your stance. Feeling radiant, feeling golden, feeling love, feeling light. Extend that leg. Activate it, strengthen it, then swoop it around, crisscross it, reach those arms up. Sit nice and deep. Then lift it up, pull the knee up. Shoulder blades down. Extend in that leg. Then swoop that leg, reach those arms, press those palms together. You can chest expand if you can by clasping those palms together or squeeze the imaginary beach ball. Then release the hands, swoop them overhead. Then step it back, crescent lunge, and lift up. Breathe in, breathe out. Then pull that knee up, hold it, breathe through it, extend that leg, lengthen, hold it, breathe through it, swoop that leg behind you, reach those arms crisscross, breathe in, breathe out. Lift it up, pull it in, extend the leg, then bring it back, find chest expansion, squeeze that beach ball. Maybe the last couple times you squeezed the ball, but now you're able to finally press those palms together. Make sure your joints line up. And then reach those arms overhead. Then drop that foot, crescent lunge, hold. Then shift your weight, archer pose. So on the inside, your thumbs, because we are whole and complete, so representing our thumbs as us, we are whole in our posture, strong and courageous. Knees down, being brave in our stature and mighty. So left toes turn out to that corner. These right toes lift up, heels up. Left elbow back. Right arm strong and long. Sit deep. And we're going to flow back and forth. Warrior 1, right here. Archer pose, here. Warrior 1, right here. Archer pose, right here. One more time. Warrior 1, archer pose, hold it. Then you're going to pivot yourself around, warrior 2. So those toes now are your front toes or your left toes. Right leg, foot's parallel to the edge of your mat. Leg is strong, long. Left leg, knees bent. Expand to the heart center, open up, reach, deepen in. What you don't want to do is sass in your hips. So center those hips. Just imagine it's like maybe a tank of water right here that you have. You don't want anything spilling out of it, so center them. Deepen into it, lift, feel the shoulder blades down and back. Long spine, so feel that plumb line through the body, engaging through the sphincters, through that perineum, the able to spine, lifting upward. Shoulders are down, chin is inward, crown is upward. Feel the value, the air, breathing in, breathing out through the body. And then bring your hands behind your head. And you're going to move down, elbows tap down towards that knee. Then lift up, back, towards your hip. And just move back and forth. What you don't want to do is move the leg. So this leg stays stationary. You're not straightening it. You're isometrically holding it. As you work through your torso. Side movement. Find that lateral movement in and out. Deepening each side. Keeping elbows open. Feeling that movement. Feeling that connectivity. And that cohesiveness through our heart center, through our brain, through our feelings, our emotions, our thoughts, and that processing and reasoning centers, feeling clarity, feeling awakened in our truth, liberated in joy. Four more, 3 more, 2 more, and your last one. And then bring it, hinge it, drop that forearm down, reach that arm up. Now if you're on that forearm, great. If you want to come a little deeper, place that hand down the inside, you can. That thigh's on fire, I know, hold it. Breathe through. If you want to get a little more activation, you can take that bottom hand and reach it out in front of you. You can take this top hand, reach it overhead, gaze up through your armpit. What you don't want is your chest to fall forward. So everything has to stay stacked into alignment. As you reach this arm, Stay lunged in that leg. Arm overhead, gaze up. Then you're going to braid it through, drop the right hand down, pop the right heel up, reach the left hand high to the sky. Revolve crescent lunge. Breathe in, breathe out. And then go ahead and bring that hand down. You're going to take this back leg, you're going to kick it up standing split. 3 fingers forehead towards your knee. Get the leg as high as you can. Maybe take one hand to your ankle. You can take both hands to your ankle. Hold it, breathe through it. And I slowly want you to pull your knee up. And then you're going to take opposite hand. So this is your right leg. Right hand's going to come back to your sacrum. Left hand's going to come under your knee, and you're going to rotate gaze behind you. You're going to take hold at your ankle or a yogi toe hold. Hip stack, shoulder stack, gaze goes behind you, and extend that arm behind you so your gaze goes back. If you're wobbly, that's great. What you want to make sure is the standing toe does not turn like this to compensate for balance. So maybe try to slightly turn out. Keep those toes facing forward. And hold for 4, 3, 2, and your last one, slowly release it. Take that leg, take it back, find your crescent lunge, reach it up, sit deep. Then hands come down. Take that left leg, kick it high to the sky. That leg comes up, and you're gonna pull it in to your heart center and kick it up. Pull it out wide to your elbow, kick it up. You're gonna crisscross it, dropping that hip, and kick it up. 2 more. Pull it into our heart center, kick it up, out wide, kick it up, crisscross, kick it up, out wide, kick it up, crisscross. I didn't miss anything. Okay, kick it up, and we're gonna go through a Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up, downward facing dog. And sometimes I get so present I have to ask myself, where was I? What was I doing? So take your right foot, kick it up, stacking that hip. Really open it up. Bring that leg all the way through and come to a straddle. In this straddle, toes are forward. Lift up halfway, lengthen through the back of your tailbone. Press your right hand in, left arm swoops up. You're gonna place your hand on your sacrum, make sure it's centered and there's no sass in it. Center it, make sure both legs are straight. If you need to bend in your knees to straighten it, lifting it, you can. Then find that rotation through the torso. We'll reach that arm up high. And then slowly bring that hand down and switch other side. Left hand comes down, sacrum center, rotate, reach that arm up. You can make it center before you reach it up. Then slowly release it and crisscross those hands and grab at those thighs or at your calves and crisscross. Hold and lift in the tailbone, hold and breathe. Tailbone up, breathe through it. And then unravel the arms, place those fingertips down, turn those toes out, and little pulses in those thighs. Little pulses, little pulses. Lift the torso. Press in. Those toes are turned to the corner. You're in your goddess posture. The knees turn out. And little pulses. Expand to the heart center. Sit deep. Sit deep. Sit deep. Lift your right heel, then your left. Then your right, then your left, then your right, then your left. Find our mudra. Nice little steeple for letting go. Reaching, shooting that energy up and out. Doing it through our heart center. So, activating those bodies of the pelvic floor. As we turn our hips out, our hips open up. Our hips are large memory storage centers. Just feel that releasing. As you alternate those lifts and those heels, activating these thighs, feel that release in those hips. Then energetically feel that charge moving up, shoot it out, and release. Feeling that connection, those gut feelings, that internal knowing, both stimulating without judgment as you sit out and observe. Because you are the observer. Just let go. It no longer serves you. And then center, hold it, sit deep, lift both heels and hold. Then pull your hands to heart, drop your heels down, turn. Now your left toes, snatch your hips, back foot's parallel. Straighten your legs, triangle pose. Reach in those arms, really reach it out, find that length. Your body's pressed between two panes of glass. As you reach, deepen. And maybe drop your hand down to your shin and reach that arm up. But pull yourself all the way down, keeping yourself stacked. But what you don't want to do is fall over. And then as we're here, we're going to bring that hand out. We're going to drop that hand down. We're going to slide that back foot up just a bit as we come into pyramid. So walk those fingers further forward. Shift your weight back. So don't lunge in this front leg. We want to lengthen it, straighten it. And our ankles are in alignment. The back toes slightly turn out so you feel like you're on a tightrope. Reach those fingers forward. Press that tailbone back. Forehead comes down. I think this is your personal expression. So if you need to have those micro bends in your knees, you can. It's really about pulling that chest, deepening into it, and getting that strength and stretch and unity. Yoga is about yoking together, so we're really connecting the mind, the body, and the spirit in communion with God. Feeling our energies being restored, being renewed and replenished in the light of love, joy, and peace, so we can awaken to our bliss. As we let go of all the BS that we don't need anymore in our lives. And then go ahead and drop the opposite hand down. So it's the left foot, right hand, reach that arm up. Both legs are straight. So if you need to, you can't be quite as deep, you can always bring your hand to your thigh as you rotate around. If you're down here, rotate shoulders stack, drop that hip, gaze goes up. Both legs are straight if you can. If you need those micro bends in your knees, you can have those as well. And then you're going to release it. You're going to place that hand to your sacrum as you step those fingers up in alignment with your toes and lift that back leg. Revolve, balancing half moon. Extend that hand back up to the sky. And last but least that goes up is your gaze. And then slowly release it. Place those hands down. Take that leg, kick it back. And then bring it out to plank. Hold it. And opposite arm, opposite leg. So you're going to lift. Lift into Superman. Lift. And again, if you need to kneel, lift and lift it out. Whoop, I'm falling over. Lift and lift. You can. Fully extended. Lift and lift. Lift and lift. Lift and lift. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. And your last one. Release it, shift your weight forward, elbows tuck in, Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Push up, down dog. Drop to your knees. Extend those arms, sit nice and deep into your child's pose, forehead down. Prayer hands at the central cortex, the nape of your neck. So sit in this posture with hands at prayer and just take in everything energetically you just did on your mats. Feeling the state of peacefulness, that zen, the equanimity, the tranquility, the relinquishing. Just feel it all go. As you energetically feel charged and renewed, the new sparks of love and light igniting within. Then go ahead and extend those arms back out. Really press that tailbone back as you begin to shift your weight forward, round in your spine. Curl the toes under, downward facing dog. You're going to lift in your heels, gaze between your hands, squat into your thighs, take a big step or hop to the top. Big inhale, lift, find your chair. Big inhale, lift, find your fold. Squat deep, gaze forward, step it back downward, facing dog. Roll it out to plank, Chaturanga, upward, facing dog. Push up, downward, facing dog. Left leg kick stack in your hip, bend in that knee, dangle that foot behind you, lift that knee a little higher. Elongate those arms. Then make big circles. And then reverse it. And then hold it. Bring that leg all the way through for warrior one. Lift the torso, so check in. So this is your warrior one posture. We're gonna be mindful in it. So 12 o'clock with your big left toes. Bend and your left knee to align with your ankle. Rotate hips, torso forward. That back leg is long. Those ankles line up and that back knife edge of your foot kisses the floor as his toes are about 130. Hands can either be prayer or reach overhead and press in. Take a big inhale through your nose, big exhale through your mouth. And just feel yourself in this posture. Just hold it. And then go ahead and pull your knee up. Stand in anatomical position, arms down, palms facing forward, lifting that knee, extending that leg, activating the muscles, then swoop it around, crisscross it, reach those arms up. Then pull that knee up. Balance, engaging those bandhas in the body, extend your leg, feel the activation. Then swoop your leg back, reach those arms up into airplane, squeeze the imaginary beach ball, press those palms together if you can, elongate, reach, then swoop those arms up overhead. Then press it back, crescent lunge. Nice and deep, hold and breathe. And then we've got that same thing, drop that heel down, press it in. Then lift, pull that knee. Palms are forward, balance. You may find one side you have better balance on than the other. Extend the leg out. Hold, breathe, activate it. Swoop it around. Crisscross, reach the arms up. Sit deep. Then lift, pull that knee. Extend the leg. Then swoop it back. Arms overhead. Come back. Feel that chest expansion. Find those wings. Press it, lengthen it. Now swoop it overhead, elongate the spine, and then step it back, crescent lunge, lift it up. And we've got that one more time. Drop to your back heel, really press into that warrior one. Pull that knee high. Extend the leg out in front of you. Activate it, hold, breathe through it. Swoop that leg back behind you, crisscross. Reach the arms high to the sky. Lift that knee. Extend the leg. Swoop it back. Chest expand. Beach ball squeeze or palms come together. Swoop those arms overhead. Then step it back. Crescent lunge. Find warrior one. Then pull back archer pose. Lift the left front toes. Back knee turns out towards the corner. Those toes turn towards the corner. Expand those arms. Right elbow pulls back. Thumbs on the inside. Represent our wholeness and completeness and our truthfulness. Sit a little deeper. Feeling bold and brave. Then come back, warrior one, and sit deep. Then pull it back. Archer pose, nice and deep. Then come back, nice and deep. And then pull it, deepen into it. One more time. Bring it right here. Hold it. Then pivot yourself around for warrior two. Center your hips. So now your left leg is your back leg. Comes parallel to the back of your mat. Right foot, toes are forward. Lunge into it. Center your hips. Reach in those arms. Shoulder blades down the back. Deepen in. Isometrically hold with that right thigh. Hands come behind your head. And then hinge side to side. Moves. You're keeping that isometric hold in that front thigh. Back leg is long and active. Moving through the torso. Breathing. Hinging to the side lateral movement. Keeping elbows open. one. And then hinge it to the side, drop that forearm down with the hand high to the sky. You can stay here or slide your hand on the inside of that thigh, shoulders are stacked, gazes up. You want to activate more from that powerhouse, so extend that bottom right hand out in front. Take that long top arm overhead. Lunge a little deeper, gaze up through your armpit, so don't drop your chest down. Keep everything stacked in alignment. Slowly braid your hand through, drop the left hand down, pop the left heel up, revolve. Gaze is up, breathe in, breathe out. Remember to smile. Our internal world manifests outwardly. So keep a smile on that face. Feel that joy, let it resonate outwardly and shine. A smile can change one person at a time. Bring that hand down, step that back foot up, and find your standing split. So forehead towards your knee, leg lifts. You can take your right hand to your right ankle. You can bring your left hand to your ankle. Find that balance, lifting that leg. Gaze at your big toes. If you need to keep your fingers on the mat, you can. Pull that chest closer. And then slowly release it and then begin to pull that knee up. So stand up, left knee's up, right hand's underneath your knee. As you rotate behind you, place your hand to your sacrum and really feel that rotation. Make sure you activate it before you extend that back left arm. You can take your hands to your ankles to extend the leg, or hands around your toes for yogi toe hold as you extend. As you balance and breathe, hip stack evenly, shoulder stack as you rotate, revolve. Then go ahead and release back foot, step it back, crescent lunge. Nice and high on that back foot, get nice and deep. Shoulders down, breathe. Then hands come down. Take that leg, kick it high to the sky. Right leg is up, and you're gonna pull it in 3 times, heart center. Then kick it up, out wide, kick it up, crisscross, drop that hip, kick it up. 2 more, pull it in, kick it up, out wide, kick it up, crisscross, kick it up, pull it center, kick it up, out wide, kick it up, crisscross, kick it up, and then go through a little chaturanga upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Check in, make sure all is well, and then take your left leg, kick it up, stack your hip. Bring that leg all the way through and come to a straddle. Toes face forward, hands are down. Shake your head. Left hand is down, lift up. Take that hand, place it to your sacrum. Rotate your shoulders, both legs are straight, toes are forward, gaze is up, and then reach that arm up. Smile, breathe. And then go ahead and release other side. Right hand down, left arm, place to the sacrum, rotate the shoulders, sacrum stay centered, knees are straight, find that revolution through your torso before you extend that arm up. Then go ahead and release it. Come right here and you're gonna crisscross through, clasp at your thighs if you can, or down at your calves. You can reach down to your ankles, and you can take a yogi toe hold if you want, wherever you feel that you can grab. But the deeper, the wider you go, depends on where you can grab. And then slowly unravel it, place those fingers down, lift up, turn those toes out, drop your bottom down, little pulses, shake that booty, then lift in the torso and pulse it. Center your hips. Oh my goodness, I'm feeling that 90-degree weather. Feels amazing, like hot yoga. All right, knees and ankles are in alignment, toes turn out, center your hips. Hold right here, hands to heart center. Take a big inhale through your nose, big exhale through your mouth. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, as we're really working on releasing, being mindful and intentional in that, clasp those fingers, find your mudra, reach arms overhead, sit deep. So as we're very methodical right here in our posture, we really want to execute that letting go. So engaging energetically through the body. I want you to lift those heels, alternating. I want you to alternate, as you alternate those heels, feeling the hips, feeling that power through your thighs, everything's shaking. I want the energy moving up through the body. Engage in the pelvic floor lock, that root lock, the navel lock, the chin lock. Feeling the energy moving. Lifting those heels as we are intentional in that releasing. A lot of times when we store our emotions and our feelings in our body, we don't really express them. So we really have to allow ourselves to feel. Doesn't mean we react. You never want to come from a space of hate, anger, vengeance, bitterness. Then it doesn't do us any good. So we do need to have a release. Yoga is a great release for that in a positive manner. Prayer, screaming into a pillow, kickboxing, running. These all. Taking a bath can help get it all out. Just stand in the shower, let it wash away. Journaling, write it down and then burn the paper, or tear it in shreds. Now center hold, lift the heels, thighs are shaking. Hold right here. So your body's shaking, you're quivering. Maybe breathing a little deeper as you drop a little deeper. Right here in this space, feel that transformation of releasing. Maybe feel that urge to want to scream, maybe to laugh or to cry. Allow it to just flow with non-attachment, with non-judgment, with self-love and compassion. Then go ahead and bring your hands to heart. Drop those heels down. Sit nice and deep. Then lift it up. Rotate yourself towards the front as you fasten your hips. So right toes now are forward, back at the top of your mat. Back foot comes parallel to the back of your mat. Fasten to those hips. Reach into those arms. If you were laughing, you were crying, you need to get yourself together, that's okay. If you're here and you're falling over because you're like, what just happened? It's all good. Just reach your arms out. All a part of the process. There's no judgment. The most important thing is if you kind of have a moment, is just to honor it. Give yourself a little hug and embrace if you need to. So as you find yourself in side triangle, reach those arms up, hand comes down. Hinge all the way down. So again, your hand could be at your thigh or as you hinge, but what you don't want to do is collapse your body and you want to keep both legs straight. Gaze is up. So slowly release that hand out of the sky, bring it down, rotate yourself around. Make your stance a little smaller for pyramid pose. So you're on that tightrope. Those front toes don't move, back those toes turn in slightly. So you walk your fingers forward, press your tailbone back, reach your forehead towards your knee. And just elongate. Deepen. If you need to hit those micro bends in your knee, you can. So pulling and lengthening, so lifting that tailbone, pull your chest forward, deep and down. And then go ahead and revolve. So your left hand's down by your right foot, go ahead and revolve, gaze up. Now you can, if you can't be that deep, place your hand to your shin or your thigh, but don't place any pressure on your knee. And again, feel that revolution wherever you are. Then go ahead and bring that hand down. Take that leg, step it back. Bring it back, plank pose, kick that leg up, and then opposite arm, opposite leg, and lifts. And lift. Superman it out. Feel those superpowers. You can be on your knees and reach, and reach, and reach. Feeling superpowers, supernatural, amazing, awesome, supercharged. Breathe in, pulling that intent. Feeling magical and creative. So mindfulness, We are creating our reality through our thoughts, through our emotions, through our feelings. Center hold, Chaturanga, upward facing dog. So as we're mindful in that, setting that intent, we create our world. Our internal world reflects our external world. And push up, downward facing dog. Drop to your knees, find child's pose, reach those arms out, sit deep. Forehead down, and as we come through, you're gonna knot the needle, maybe pull your knees wide. Pull your left arm through the right. Drop your shoulder down, gaze up. Hold and breathe. Then lift it up and switch sides. Right arm comes through, drop the shoulder. Gaze to that armpit. And release. Pull your knees back in. Hands come to your heels, forehead to your knees. You're gonna lift your bottom into rabbit. So when you come here, clasp your hands to your heels. You're really gonna stretch your shoulders. Forehead in, lift your bottom. And resist against your shoulders as you're closing everything off. You're in that little cocoon, right? So it's metamorphosis, right? That we're changing, that butterfly effect. So it's that cocoon, as we release what no longer serves us, we can re-emerge, rebirth into our divine essence of truth. In bliss. All right, go ahead and release it. Whew. Crisscross at your ankles. Kickstand your legs out in front of you. And then move side to side. Just rock side to side. Lengthen in your legs. Lift in your torso. Lift up and then hinge yourself forward. Take a big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. If you need a bend in your legs, you can. Your hands just walk down to your thighs. If you have a towel or a strap, you can pull yourself closer. Begin to straighten those legs, pull yourself closer. You have to start somewhere. Every posture you see, if it feels challenging, that's the idea. We want to be challenged. We want to grow. So we want to experience new things. We set new neurological pathways and we try something new and different. We have to embrace change because that's evolution. That's what we do. We evolve as human beings. So we're constantly growing, constantly moving forward, perpetually moving our energy in a direction that awakens us to our truest essence. And we have been gifted with a life that is designed for us to be blessed, prosperous, to be joy. And then we're in communion with God. We feel contentment, happiness, and joy, all in harmony together, and that is what ignites our bliss. And is being mindful and intentional. Is feeling in harmony with tranquility and peace, having faith, keeping the hope, seeing the bright side of things, being mindful that the Almighty loves us and protects us, and walking in that faithfulness. Sit up nice and tall. It is cultivating a lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle. Pull your feet in, butterfly. Flap those wings, spread your wings and fly as you soar joyously through life. Right now, one thing I know for certain, it is all about being in the present moment, not allowing the external world to control us, to affect us. Our truest essence as human beings, as spiritual beings, here having this human experience, is our soul, is our spirit. And the gift that we have is each other. We need one another. We are a community here together. And together, we can create heaven on earth. It's our reality, it's a mindset that we can create right here and now. But we first have to do the work on ourselves. And that's what I love about yoga, because it's a gift that we give to ourselves. Core, chest forward, walk our hands further forward. We're gonna come into tortoise. So place your feet out wide. Pull your tailbone back. Pull your chest forward. You're gonna reach those arms through your legs. So if you're like, this is all I got, I'm right here, that's good. You just pull your chest forward, reach those arms through, and just feel yourself getting a little deeper. If you want, you begin to walk your feet down. A little further. And pull those shoulders down, pull those legs out, pull your chest forward. This feels amazing. Through your thighs, through those hamstrings, through your shoulders. Good upper and lower body stretch. Just breathe. Don't hold your breath. You're trying to work a little deeper into it. And then slowly unravel and pull yourself back. Roll yourself down one vertebrae at a time. And then roll your shoulder blades down and back. Lift right knee, left leg out. Right hand to right knee, left hand, wait, this is your right knee. Left hand to your knee, right hand to your chin, and tug it in. And then you're gonna switch. Now your right hand comes to your left knee and your left hand to your left shin. And it's crisscross across, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. And extend, and extend, and extend, and extend. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Cross, cross, now pick up your pace. Pace, quick, 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 quick. For 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Last one. Pull those knees in, double leg stretch, open up. Tuck the pelvis under. Then pull it in, tuck it in tight. Then reach, open up. Pull it in, tuck it in tight. Then reach, open up. Make sure you don't arch your back off the mat. Tuck it in. Reach it, tuck the pelvis under, pull it in, reach it out, pull it in, reach it out, pull it in, reach, pull it in, and reach. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, and your last one. Really reach, then pull it in, and extend your right leg. Lengthen the left, tug it in, pull it in, and then switch your leg. Then switch, then switch, then switch. Your head can rest on your mat if you need to. You want to increase more activation, then lift your head, and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch, and pick up your pace, and switch, and switch, 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 switch. For 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, pull your knees in. Take the left leg extended, keep that right leg pulled in. Lift that leg, take your hand under your knee, at your ankle or yogi toe hold. Place your left hand to your hip. And if you're bent at your knee, you're gonna open it up. Keep that hip down, so only open as far as you can. Either at your ankle or yogi toe hold. Again, only open as far as you can, keeping your hip down on the left side. So you may only go just a little ways, you may get all the way down. And if your knee is bent and you're holding right here, that's perfect. Keeping one hand on your hip bone, other hand under your knee. And then wherever you are, you're gonna lift it and you're gonna bring it across. So if your hand's underneath, take opposite hand underneath, rotate, shoulders stay on your mat, opposite hand extends out. You have your hand at your ankle or yogi toe hold. You just come up, switch the grip to the other hand, and hinge it over. Again, but you want to keep both shoulders on your mat. Gaze goes the opposite direction of that leg. So bent knee are extended, and you're going to bring it up. Drop it down and switch sides. Left leg comes up, right leg extends, and you're holding under your knee with the left hand and open it up and just hold. Take a hand under your leg, bring it out, hold it. Or yogi toe hold, bring it out, hold it. Or place your hand on your hip. Make sure that hip stays down onto the mat. So you can use your hand kind of press to help guide it. And then you're going to slowly, either bent knee or straight leg, wherever you are, bring it up. You're going to switch your grip, other hand, and that left arm will extend to the side and bring it over. So your hand's either under your knee, and you bring it across at your leg, bring it across, or at your yogi toe hold, and bring it across. But keep your shoulders, both of them, on the mat. Gaze goes opposite direction of your leg. Then go ahead and release it, pull it in, and find Shavasana for final relaxation. Just take a moment to lay on your mat. Just take everything. So our yoga practice is really energetic movement. So we move about our mat, as you lay in your Shavasana, this is your top opportunity around now to let it all soak in. We start standing. We move around from forward to back to side, lateral movements, energetically charging our body through everything that we do, because we have all these energy lines through our body, and everything's connected. Organs are connected, tissues, ligaments, from the cells, the atoms, the molecules, everything is intertwined. We have pathways that lead from one way to another, and it's all about our optimal wellness and our health. Our yoga is a gift to us that we can use for physical movement, but it also is about a mental practice. The physical practice helps us get inward. So as we physically, energetically move our physical essence, we get internally within ourselves, breaking away stagnation, blockages, encasements, fragmentations, distortions, and mutations that we have all going in within us, from family lines, our lifetimes, our DNA, from our life experiences that we've had, through our thoughts, our beliefs. And this is our opportunity to show up on our mats with ourselves as we get the beautiful gift of strengthening our body, lengthening it, building that flexibility and stamina, building a strong, healthy heart. We have mental clarity. We get the connectivity to our spirit. And that spirit is ever so present. It's holy, it's sacred. Our soul is ancient, it's who we are. Our spirit is our gift in communion with God. Our body's our vessel, our vehicle that houses the spiritual being that we are. And our mind is what guides us through our actions and our behaviors and creates our thoughts, and through our reasoning, our feelings, and our emotions. So if we can all come together in a mindful, intentional way of living, as we are mindful in that present moment awareness, feeling in unity and harmony with God, we can break free from what doesn't serve us. We can let it go. We can have peace, true peace. That's enlightenment. That's freedom. We are liberated from our past, liberated from the bondages of self-limitations and old patterns, old ways of being, our story that we've held on to that doesn't work for us, the victimhood mentality. We can break it all free. But it starts with us doing the work on ourselves. It starts with us showing up to take care of ourselves. Just take a moment just to let all that settle in. And go ahead and wiggle your fingers and toes. On your next breath, roll to the fetal position on the right side. Hug yourself. Love yourself. Give yourself a hug of love and gratitude. And then on your next breath, come up seated into lotus. So you can sit crisscross. You can find half lotus, or you can come full lotus, but just be mindful of what works for you. And then sit here nice and tall. Your long spine, pressing palms down around those knees and feeling the energy within. Feeling the spirit, connecting to the soul, as we are in harmony with this vessel. As we take this through our day, checking in how now we've worked within ourselves, how does this affect our relationships? How can we better walk with purpose? Because now we feel just 1,000 tons lighter, because we've just relinquished all our BS and we are awakened into our bliss. May the soul ignite that, and shine that bright today as a vehicle of love and light into the world with kindness and compassion. And together in this space, may we create heaven on earth. Bringing hands to heart center. Let's take 3 big inhales. Lift arms all the way up. Big inhale. And one more. Namaste. Thank you. Love you.